Hey, welcome to Coco's Corner. I am the huge one, Dave Coco from CocoSports.com or KOCOSports.net. It takes you to the same place. It's where the world comes to get cash, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. This is the New Beginnings, New Japan Pro Wrestling in Osaka review. Please, down in the comments, as always, put win, loss, or tie and what you thought of the pay-per-view. We had a lot of requests for this. My real life has been hectic as I'm trying to get I'm stepping down from a lot of companies, starting to try to take my website and podcast more seriously, and trying to write books. So it's been really hectic, so I apologize to the New Japan audience that this is so late. There will be another New Beginnings within 24 hours on New Japan World. So I think it's free for February, but I'm not sure because I'm already a paid subscriber. But please do check it out. The New Beginnings is a couple pay-per-views, couple big events, just like G1. They travel around. This was a big one in Osaka, and a ton of major title changes. The New Beginning, more like the reset button, more like the invasion of the Bullet Club. If you are a huge Bullet Club fan, you're gonna love this pay-per-view more than if you're not a Bullet Club fan. This was Bullet Club all the way. So let's break this down little by little. Like I said, within 24 hours of my voice speaking right now, there will be a pay-per-view, a live pay-per-view, another New Beginning, and you can find that on New Japan World. I put a link down in the doobly-doo, and also maybe there's some magic down there. But if you have the $9.99 yen, so that comes out to like $8, please support New Japan. All right, let's break down this card. You got Tanaka defeated Komatsu. This is a great feud between two young boys that are about to become like full-time roster members. The match was really short. These guys have wrestled each other what feels like 1 trillion times. But I think it's time to give them full-time roster spots and longer matches. When I was watching this, I was just like, give them more time. Give them more time. I don't think they're young boys anymore. I think it's time for them to move up and go. The finish was really amazing, which turns into like basically a single leg crab, which turns into a full crab. And it was just a very cool transition, very short match, very great opener to get us into this match. So I really enjoyed it. Really good opener. All right, next you had Tiger Mask and Dorada defeat Nakanishi and Captain New Japan when Dorada pinned Captain New Japan. This was originally scheduled as a 6-man match, but Maccabi got the flu, and there was a lot of jokes. And I hung out with iJapan, who is a big, he's from Japan, we live in the same place, but really big Japan pro wrestling fan. And he was just making fun of Maccabi the whole time. The whole card. We watched it together. We didn't watch it live. We watched it together because he was working, and we watched it on New Japan World, and the whole time just would not stop making fun of Maccabi for getting a day off about the flu. But yeah, it was changed. It was a nice big man versus small man story told in the ring. Yeah, so basically, Dorada does get the pin on New Japan, even though these two guys are more Tiger Mask and Dorada. They're more better wrestlers and more over. They still made it like an underdog story, big man versus small man type matchup. It was really enjoyable, and card subject to change, so it changed. They told a story of how the more talented young wrestler pulled up an upset. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. All right, but you did it. But you had a lot of former champions in there, that's why. You had Rob Conway, next match, Rob Conway and Chase Owens defeat Liger and Tenzan when Owens pinned Liger. Finally, those on New Japan World got to hear the promo. A lot of times on New Japan World, because of copyright reasons, I don't know, like in Japan, I live in Japan, and it doesn't seem like there's any copyright music at all. It's really weird. Like, and not like they'll play like really weird music at all. Like I remember taking my family to a Baskin Robbins 31, and they were blaring Slim Shady rap about killing cops and motherfucker this, and I was like, all right, interesting. Yeah, cursing here is a lot different. It's always weird. You go to like you get these high and mighty guys like, oh, you can't curse. And meanwhile, I saw a father at my son's swim class that says, I like to fuck. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess different kicks for different people. But this was more of an NWA versus New Japan thing. New Japan is doing their best. I don't know. New Japan is just putting all their effort into getting that foreign market, getting those people to buy New Japan Worlds. They're working with the NWA. They're working with Ring of Honor. They're probably going to work with more people. They're trying to break into the Western markets, marketing T-shirts towards them. They got a New Japan in the UK. I know there's a big T-shirt company, I apologize for not knowing, that sells New Japan stuff in America. And they're just trying their damnedest. I just don't know if NWA is big enough. And Ring of Honor is big enough. See, I think a lot of times Americans see it as like, wow, NWA, New Japan, and ROH, New Japan. But New Japan is so big in Japan that we're like, all right, we're working with these guys. All right. The finish was basically all shenanigans. This was a short match. It wasn't the best, but, it's got the NWA feud going on, which, by the way, people in Japan care about the NWA way more than people in America. I used to live in America, and people are like, fuck the NWA. And you come here, and they're like, oh, so honorable to work with the NWA. It's weird. The NWA still holds a lot of weight here. But basically, it was just a setup. And at the very end, Tharp drapes Liger's body with the NWA flag. And I thought that was kind of cool. It builds it up. So if you're interested in an NWA New Japan feud, it's just another storyline that got it. The next match was just amazing, and I'm so happy for this guy. Ibushi defeats Honma, and Ibushi, he's such a great effing athlete, but with injuries and his matchups, he never seemed to show. I mean, he had one hell of a match at Wrestle Kingdom, but finally we got to see Ibushi shine, him not be an underdog, him go out there, him having most of the offense. It was very, very fun match to watch if you're an Ibushi fan. He wins with Phoenix Splash, and it was basically an Ibushi highlight film, and that's what New Japan needed. He in the heavyweight division, he hasn't got a win since the G1. He had one hell of a match at Wrestle Kingdom, which we put over like $1 million. Maybe match of the year so far. But yeah, this is one where it's just like, this is my fucking highlight reel. This is what I can do. And it was amazing. It was a very match. This card, a lot of people are asking me, is it as good as Wrestle Kingdom? Wrestle Kingdom is the WrestleMania. This isn't as good as Wrestle Kingdom, but this match is definitely one of those that you need to watch. There was a couple stinkers in here, but we'll get towards the end. Then you had the I apologize, minus 1,000. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match, where let's start the Bullet Club. Young Bucks defeat ReDRagon, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and the Timesplitters, which is Kushida and Alex Shelley, to become the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Matt Jackson did get the pin on Kushida. I thought this was an amazing, amazing match. Better than the one at Wrestle Kingdom. A very fast pace. I enjoy a fast pace. And I hope that they keep it up with Ring of Honor, and I hope NWA, Ring of Honor, and all these American companies, and I'll get to this at the end, New Japan really treats their foreigners great, but in return, they get treated like shit. I still think Ring of Honor was a horribly booked event for New Japan. New Japan's the bigger company, and you went to Ring of Honor, and they treated you like shit. Then Ring of Honor comes here, and you treat them like gods. I just wish it was more equal trading, and this is coming from a New Japan fan. I just don't think it's there. But hopefully they continue working with Ring of Honor. At Wrestle Kingdom, they did advertise that the New Japan will be going back, I think, for a double shot weekend with Ring of Honor. And I hope this year it's booked a lot better. I hope, because I'm here in Japan. I'm surrounded by a bunch of Japanese wrestling fans that are like, what the fuck, you racist fucking cocksuckers. All right, moving on. It was very enjoyable. Maybe match of the night. Maybe possibility. I'm gonna say match of the night. No, this card really didn't have many match of the year candidates, but this was a really good match. All right. All right, everything's been going good. Everything's been going good. Let's fucking talk about the next fucking match. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. The fucker formerly known as Kenny Omega defeated Funky Weapon to retain the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. There has not been a bigger disappointment for Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, who used to be a great wrestler. Kenny Omega, I was so pumped up for him to come to New Japan. Oh, he joined the KKK, I mean the Bullet Club. He joins the Bullet Club. He turns into Scott Hall. So let me get this straight. Kenny Omega, better wrestler than Scott Hall. Goes to the best wrestling company in the world. Acts like Scott Hall, then has worse matches than Scott Hall currently. Not of all time, currently. This match was complete fucking garbage. They tried to do comedy. No one was fucking laughing. It killed the fucking crowd. Kenny Omega was so fucking talented. And know what it is? It's fucking, it's like, wow, here comes Kenny Omega to New Japan. He can hold his own. He won't be some fucking thrown together fucking white guy. Oh, nope, you're white. You're part of the Bullet Club. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I fucking be a part of the Bullet Club? And not that, but then they have to fucking do the stupid-ass comedy act that's not working. It's not even as good. You know, a lot of people are comparing it to DDT. That's an insult to DDT. DDT does some great fucking comedy. Chikara does some great comedy. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla does some great comedy. Kenny Omega, New Japan, The Funky Weapon. This wasn't even good comedy. This was by far the worst New Japan match of the year. By far. And Kenny Omega is by far the biggest disappointment in pro wrestling in the last 2 fucking years. He has so much talent. Instead, he's like, oh, how do I get to be a bad guy? I know. I'm going to act like a fucking drunk gaijin in Roppongi for the first time. Let me make lots of facial expressions. Fuck you, Omega. You actually have talent, you fucking cocksucker. But instead, you choose. And I'll but you're like, oh, I'm going to be fucking getting heel heat. No, you're not getting any heel heat. And we'll talk about that at the end. But I'm not making this up. This is the headline. You ready? Omega worked his ass. They were fucking having a match where they worked over each other's ass. I wish I wasn't making this up. If you want to see a fucking train wreck, please watch the Omega Funky Weapon match. And know what makes this even worse? If it was the Great Khali and fucking Bad Luck Fail, you'd be like, of course it fucking sucked. Look at it. It fucking is Great Khali versus Bad Luck Fail. But then you fucking have this match and have 2 great fucking athletes. Granted, have they done entertainment and joke wrestling in the past? Yes, they have. But, dude, this was like watching your favorite stand-up comedian bomb on stage while trying to fucking sing country music. I don't even know. It was just fucking horrible. They shoved flags up each other's asses. And I don't know, like, I don't get it, New Japan. I just don't fucking get it. It's just bad. Kenny Omega, it's just horrible. And then someone went to Kenny Omega and he's like, and this is true. There's a part of this that's true. To be funny in Japan, not just in Japan in general, a lot of the comedians, which, by the way, comedian means something a little different in Japan than everywhere else. A comedian, you're kind of just an on-television celebrity. But, you know, to be a comedian in Japan, you have to have facial expressions. Someone told this to Kenny Omega, and this motherfucker looks like a stupid-ass fucking mime 24/7. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you looking at? The fans don't give a shit, so you're not looking at them. You're not looking at the camera. What the fuck? All right, listen, I understand going to another country and trying to do comedy or trying to do any form of entertainment is hard. But you are failing miserably at it. Miserably, Kenny Omega. Just holy fucking shit. And, yeah, so the biggest letdown of the last 2 years has to be Kenny Omega going to New Japan. joining the Bullet Club. It fucking hurts Bullet Club, it hurts New Japan, and fucking Kenny Omega came from, oh my god, I can't believe this. Dude, I just wish I had a sound clip. My excitement and joy about Kenny Omega finally making it to New Japan. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Yeah. I don't even know. I feel like fucking one of those guys in really bad porn fucking sites where like they get tricked by a hot chick just to get beat up by dudes or fucking, I don't know. It was the ultimate fucking letdown, the ultimate fucking failure. But he won. Kenny Omega won. Do me a favor. I love Kenny Omega. I love the Funky Weapon. Can I ask you, dear pro wrestling fans, don't watch this match. And if you accidentally or you had to watch this match, do Kenny Omega, do Mrs. Omega, Grandma Omega, Great Grandma Omega. Do them all a favor and pretend you never saw it. Because that's what the fuck I'm going to do. Fucking disgrace to fucking pro wrestling. Get it? It's comedy. No, it's not. It's fucking horrible. Comedy done wrong. All right. Then you had the six-man tag match. This, we could thank Omega and fucking Funky Weapon for their fucking... You know what, dude? No, that match didn't happen. Some match happened before this, and it killed the crowd, and the crowd really couldn't get back into it. It was a six-man tag. You had Okada, Sakuraba, and Yano defeat the Bullet Club, the three lower members of the Bullet Club that don't have titles. You had Bad Luck Fale, which I hate to say this, because Bad Luck Fale has been in the Bullet Club since day one. I know it's cool to wear your Bullet Club shirts and, you're like, I watch other products. Look at me. I'm cool. I'm in the know. I understand that feeling. But Bad Luck Fale fucking sucks. Can we all agree? I mean, he was one of the original members of the Bullet Club, the real Bullet Club. And you know what? I don't want to disrespect him, but really, you were just a walking chair for Prince Devitt. That's what the fuck you were. The Prince fucking said, you know what? I don't walk to the ring anymore. Bad Luck Fale, you've been here since day one and suck. You're now my chair. Bad Luck Fale, can you please just go back? I mean, granted, AJ Styles is pretending to play the part of Prince Devitt. Can you at least just be his chair? And then you had Takahashi, who's fucking the token Japanese guy. Like, we're not the KKK. We have this random fucking guy. And Tonga, which is Haku's relative. This match, basically, no one gave a shit unless Okada or Tonga were in there, and really just Okada. People really wanted to cheer Okada. It was like Okada and Tonga in the ring. Yeah! Tag out. All right, so, yeah, man. Did you fucking remember that match that just happened? No. We don't talk about Omega matches anymore, ever again. Japan policy, Japan law. Thank you, fucking Godzilla. Godzilla, he went, this is how Japan, I live in Japan, so I would know. Japan laws are made by Godzilla. And Godzilla said, we never talk about that Omega match again. And I'm like, all right. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't that good. And, yeah, people cared about Okada, people cared about Tonga, but that was about it. Then we got another six-man tag. It changed around a lot. My friend at iJapan fucking says, oh, Makapi ruins the whole card because he has the sniffles. And then he was talking about how Ishii is so much tougher. That was the big debate on our live audience. But you got Nagata, Kojima, and Naito defeat Nakamura. Nakamura, I love you. Ishii and Yoshihashi. And Naito pinned Yoshihashi. And if you just watch this event, you'll think, oh, Naito really gets booed. No one fucking likes Naito, but he only gets booed in Osaka. Osaka's a real weird city. I don't know where this tradition started, and I apologize not knowing everything about everything, but yeah, for some reason, Naito gets booed like crazy in Osaka, and Osaka's a really fun city. If you ever get to come, I live in Tokyo, and Osaka is like another major city in Japan. There's not many major cities in Japan. There's like 3 or 4 maybe, and then after that, it's nothing but country and farmlands. And I live in Tokyo. In Tokyo, we take our fucking pro wrestling serious. We're like, we don't want no flags in the ass. Yeah, but Osaka's just such a fucking fun city. Like, go look up Bang Game or Osaka, Japan, Imaginary Gun. Yeah, like, Osaka just has, like, weird traditions. Like, if you go to Osaka and you have a sword or a gun, people, complete random strangers, no matter what they're doing, talking on a cell phone, riding a bike, on a train, act like they got hurt. It's so weird. I don't even know. Fucking Osaka... I live in Japan, and Osaka is amazing. But yeah, Naito always gets booed there. It was somewhat of it was an enjoyable match. You know, it was a 6-man tag. You'd expect a little bit more, but it changed. And not all that, but you have to also understand with Makabe getting sick that this card changed, this match and the other one. Then you had the IWGP Tag Team Championship. You had the Bullet Club, Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson. Anderson, one of the original Bullet Club members. And there's a debate. Here's my question to you. If any of you watch New Japan, who do you think the leader of the Bullet Club is? Me and iJapan argue this all the time. iJapan believes Carl Anderson's the leader of the Bullet Club. And I believe AJ Styles is the leader of the Bullet Club. Who's right? Who's wrong? You decide in the comments. They defeat Goto and Shibata, and people were really shocked by this. This was a really old-school heel versus face tag team match, but I just think New Japan deserves more than that. Like, Doc Gallows and Anderson, these members of the Bullet Clubs, they do a great job at doing old-school American heel versus face tag team matches, but in Japan it just feels weird. It feels weird. It was a really weird thing. With the Bullet Club winning, I kind of thought that was like a spoiler, because the Bullet Club right now has all the gold going into the main event. And the main event was for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. You have AJ Styles defeating Tanahashi to win the title, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. It was a bit slow for my taste. I like, Dragon Gate, Cruiserweight, X Division, a Lucha style, go, 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 go. It was a bit slow for my taste, the main event, but it was a long match. It told the story, and I thought it was really good. Now, one of the highlights / questionable moments of the night is Tanahashi does his high fly flow from the top rope onto the outside of all the members of the Bullet Club. He bangs his head on one of the members of the Young Bucks, and he's busted open pretty bad. And from there, the big question mark that we've been talking about is, do you think the match was changed? Anyone that watched it, do you think, obviously AJ Styles was probably going to win no matter what, but him getting busted up like that, do you think they changed the match on the fly? It was really interesting. But yeah, I enjoyed the match, but it was a bit slow and a bit different. But I think that's okay. I really do. AJ hits the Style Clash for the victory. Like I said, it was a different style of match, but still very, very enjoyable. But yeah, and then the Bullet Club went out there, cut a long promo. What the fuck are you doing, Omega? I know I'm breaking Godzilla's first law of Omega, but Jesus fucking Christ, everyone out there. First off, Bullet Club is like celebrating. It's like a reset button, and I understand why they're doing it. They're doing this so that the English-speaking audience, the North American audience, the UK audience have heroes to grasp onto. They can buy their New Japan World, which is just like WWE Network, just a little bit cheaper with way better wrestling. They're working with Ring of Honor and NWA and putting those guys over, but you have to stand up for yourself eventually. And not only that, but it's just, I am an Okada fanboy, and I am so heartbroken that he lost at Wrestle Kingdom, because everyone that's trying to counsel me is like, well, it's a long story. But eventually, if you keep saying, oh, give it time, then these events mean nothing. You know, like if the Royal Rumble sucks and you say give it time, and then they change it at WrestleMania, and at WrestleMania it's good, and they do this every fucking year, then the Royal Rumble means nothing. If, you know, if you're like, well, yeah, Okada lost, but give it time, well, then eventually Wrestle Kingdom means nothing. And I understand you have to tell a story and move on, but here's my thing. At the New Beginning, or at these events should be big events. You have a lot of events, and they should mean something. Congratulations. I am an old school Bullet Club fan. I don't really enjoy the new Bullet Club, but I understand it's a marketing tool. I understand people connect to it. It's the NWO. I understand why they're doing it. They are putting aside, because New Japan usually is the best athletes that connect with the crowds usually become champions. That's how they do it. They give, Jim Ross even said it. New Japan gives the fans what they want. But now I don't think they're giving the fans what they want. They're trying to attract foreign markets as fans and be like, oh, okay, they have the deal on Access, and now all the Bullet Club guys are winning. So I find it to be a bit interesting. Japan is beyond pissed off. I'm gonna misquote him here, but he's like, next time if WWE makes Kenta into a stereotype where he always loses, it's he's a bad Japanese character, and when his exact quote, and when John Cena jobs Kenta out and sushi splooshes from his head, then you have no one to complain about, New Japan. You have to actually start defending your athletes and making it look good. And I know you have a story to tell, and I know, like, oh, well, who's going to break down the Bullet Club? But you already told this story. You're just telling the story again. And I don't know. I enjoyed the matches. I enjoyed the wrestling. But I think New Japan gets away with bad booking for two reasons. One, they're trying to convince another market to watch New Japan. And two, they have the best athletes in the world. It's like a football team at the Super Bowl throwing a slant pass, but, having such great athletes that, the pass is completed. And you're like, well, why didn't you just run a dive? Eventually, what's going to happen is you're going to lose the Super Bowl, New Japan. People are going to get tired of your shit. I enjoyed this event. It wasn't as good as the G1. It wasn't as good as Wrestle Kingdom. And if you haven't watched this event, I would skip a lot of these matches. And like I said, Godzilla made it a law. Godzilla came down from the heavens and said, new law in Japan. We just never talk about the Omega match again. And all that, but when it was Prince Devitt a three-man team, it was pretty cool. But now, it's like, when Prince Devitt was in charge of the Bullet Club, it was three men saying, Gaijins don't get a shot. Let's prove the world we can do this. They were heels. They were going for it. Then Prince Devitt gets pulled aside. They replace him with AJ Styles. AJ Styles is literally handed his first title run. And for IWGP standards, it was fucking disgusting. This time, at least when he beat Tanahashi, I believe he deserved it. He fucking earned it. So this is his fucking... And not only that, but even though I was mad at AJ Styles, he had one hell of a title run, some great matches and all that. I just think they should have pumped the brakes and pumped it back and had him earn it. It's just like... You're starting to make TNA mistakes where you have, oh, here's Samoa Joe, he's our hero, we'll just make him fucking lose to Kurt Angle. Here's our hero, Tanahashi Okada, just have him fucking lose. Don't fucking worry about it. And who knows, maybe, there's people that are trying to put a positive spin defending this booking, saying that maybe AJ Styles will have to go against Okada a year too late. Timing is important. But yeah, overall, I know a lot of fans do love Bullet Club, but it's been done. And I think this might be growing pains with the New Japan world and Access and people around the world jumping on, knowing how New Japan's the best wrestling in the world. It's like, well, we told this story last year. Yeah, but there's new markets haven't seen the story. Well, tell the same story. All right. But, I just have mixed feelings and all, and I just wish. I know that, but, like... just how, you know what I mean? I feel like, and I describe the Bullet Club like this. I feel like I'm a Pearl Jam fan telling people how awesome Mookie Blaylock was. I feel like, it's like my favorite band sold out. So Team Chaos all the way. But the Bullet Club sells so much merchandise, gets so many more eyeballs on it. So I guess it's just growing pains that we have to go through, as far as me being a New Japan fan. But like I said, within 24 hours, they're going to have another one. Hopefully they have some better matchups and all that. But you get all these pay-per-views for free this month because... I don't know if it's free, but I've read online that it's free for February. But if not, it's only $9.99. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. 1 for Magic, Pirate Life for me, and 2, hey, why don't we support fucking great pro wrestling? Overall, I enjoyed this event. I still give it a win, but there is one absolutely horrible match that we will not talk about. All praise Godzilla, and there is, 1 or 2 matches. No match of the year candidates, but 2 or 3 good matches and moving the storylines along. So overall, if you want to watch it, do check it out. But if you want, check it out. There you go. All right, let's see if there's any comments. Boom, boom, boom. It's a weird time to be doing this, so I don't know. All right, here we go. On the Twitter, Head Cheese retweeted us, so I appreciate that. Go follow him on Twitter at BLU_Rey Mysterio. All right, thank you, Head Cheese, Blue Rey Mysterio. Boom, boom, boom. I thank you for those who are liking it on the Facebooks, and we do have some YouTube comments, so thank you very much. Bum, ba, bam, bum, bam. Oh, wow, a lot of likes. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to do more New Japan stuff. I really am. I absolutely love it, but yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope there's an audience for it, so thank you very much. All right, let's go over some live comments and wrap this bad boy up. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right, I see how this works. Yeah. I think Kenny Omega is running YouTube right now. American a la carte just came by to say hi and leave and rewatch the review later. I appreciate American a la carte. We got to do a Fave 5 together. When I see the New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, always why do all-American guys join the Bullet Club? Oh, because I don't know. It's fucking embarrassing. It really is. As a white guy living in Tokyo, it's fucking beyond embarrassing, and it got big. I mean, Jeff goddamn Jarrett is officially in the Bullet Club. The fuck is this shit? I don't know. I think the biggest heartbreak, the Young Bucks makes sense. AJ Styles playing the part of Prince Devitt makes sense. Carl Anderson needing a tag team partner. Okay, you're stretching it, but all right, let's bring it in. And now you have what? You got retarded Scott Hall, and you have Scott Hall's son. All right, yeah, just fucking bring anybody in. But yeah, it does get ridiculous. Larry Hammer, thank you for the comment. Yes, it sucks that Kenny Omega has become fast-forward television. It breaks my fucking heart. It really has. It's like, wow, you can fucking make facial expressions. Wow, fucking great. Great, I appreciate it. There's a President Obama Funny or Die video where he's just making funny faces in the mirror. That little skit that President Obama did for Funny or Die is pretty much how Kenny Omega lives his life right now. But yeah, Larry Hammer, I agree. It breaks my fucking heart. I am Mike Ashman says, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the new beginning in Osaka was fucking too sweet. Tampa Tonga needs a push ASAP. How pissed was the Japanese crowd following the Bullet Club sweep? I think they were a little pissed. I was not in Osaka. I wasn't watching it live, but I watched it with iJapan, his family, and a couple of his friends. We just watched it together. We saved it. That sounds a lot fruitier than it should be. But, we just hung out and watched it together. And in his household, he's just like, all right. I mean, his exact quote was, Ray, racism wins. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Hopefully it changes. But yeah, Tonga does need a push. He's one of the few members of Bullet Club of the 950 fucking 6 members that's actually talented and brings something to the table. American a la carte, LOL, walking chair, bad luck chair. Yeah, that's a good name. He's bad luck chair. Fuck him, dude. He ain't fucking. Oh man, it breaks my heart because he's one of the original members, but he's just a fucking chair. And the Japanese member of the Bullet Club, at least he's brings pretty girls to the ring. I guess that's something. Yeah. Yeah, she is friggin'. I don't know. I don't know if it's always the same girl, but the girl I'm thinking about, wowzer, she's really attractive. 4-1 for Bullet Club. You know you love it. I'm Team Chaos, Okada for life. Actually, I don't even hate the Bullet Club. It's just too much. Too much. It's like the Bullet Club right now. The Bullet Club right now is like, I like Parmesan cheese on my spaghetti. And you're like, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. You're like, oh yeah, Parmesan cheese, perfect. This is the Bullet Club. Boom, boom, boom. Just blocks and blocks of cheese. You can't even breathe. The cheese is going in your lungs. Oh, you're dying. You're dying in the cheese. That's what it's like. I hope that makes sense to anyone besides me. I am Mikey Mike Ashman says, Matt Jackson had his head split nearly straight down the middle by Tanahashi crossbody. What is the head made out of? Solid IWGP Championship gold? Yes, yes. Yeah. It's just it was pretty bad. And it had a little split on his eye. I am Mikey also says, AJ Styles, I believe, should drop the championship to Okada when the time is right. Yeah, that was Wrestle Kingdom 9. I have no idea. Fuck you. I love you, Tana. Like, it's Valentine's Day coming up tomorrow. Dear Tanahashi, I love you, and you are super talented, and will you be my Valentine's? But fuck you. Wrestle Kingdom 9 should have been Okada beating AJ Styles. That's it. So people are like, well, you see, you got to do it. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. No, you don't have to do anything. Well, there's a story. And when? When is it going to pay off? Wrestle Kingdom 76? Come on. Wrestle Kingdom 9 isn't a setup. Wrestle Kingdom 9 is, this is the climax. This is the motherfucking main event. This is the pay-per-view of all pay-per-views. What, we're fucking setting something up? We gotta wait? That ain't fucking Wrestle Kingdom. Whew. All right. All right. During a live chat watching the event, many people were pushing Bullet Club taking over till Wrestle Kingdom 10. Now that I believe is overkill. Hell, I won't be mad if my homie King of the Strong Style Nakamura gets a run with the gold. You know what? If you're going off pure money making, like I love Okada, I really do love Okada, and I believe Wrestle Kingdom 9 was his moment. And I'll beat that dead horse forever. You're like, Dave, that's a dead horse. I'm like, where's my bet? I'm gonna go beat that dead horse till it fucking can. I don't know. How long do you beat a dead horse? I'm gonna beat it forever. But yeah, if you're all about the monies, all about the Benjamins, like WWE fans, they make the most money. If you're that and you're running New Japan as a business, Nakamura sells so much merchandise. Bullet Club sells so much merchandise. Both of them are so over. Nakamura is beloved by everyone. He won Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer Wrestler of the Year. Just fantastic. So if it's a business decision, Nakamura will be the guy who takes out AJ Styles because that's just pure money. But me as an Okada fanboy, that just breaks my fucking heart because know what I said in front of the Tokyo Dome with tears in my eyes? I don't know if I had tears in my eyes, but it felt that way. Someone go back and post and put some tears in my eyes in that video. What I said in front of the Tokyo Dome is Okada missed his opportunity. No, give it time. No, give it time. All right, Rick, 1982. Oh, Rick, 1982. You got to change your name to Rick 2014 until you start winning some pay-per-view profits, Rick. No, I love you. New Japan, the new beginning in Osaka was amazing, and the Sendai show will also be amazing. Do you see Maccabi and Nakamura losing the respective titles to Ishii and Nagata? I don't know. The only reason I say no, the fan in me, the prediction guy, says I don't know. I honestly don't know. I doubt. Dude, Nakamura can never lose that title. Watch him be the one that loses. I'll fucking cry. Maccabi, he'll lose the title and gain it back like 817 times. That's what Maccabi does. And maybe Maccabi will lose the title for being sick as some type of punishment. There's no facts. This is just my theory, folks. And but yeah, I would say if I was a betting man, Nakamura is definitely not losing the title. Maccabi maybe as a punishment, but also you got to remember they had a lot of title switches at this event. I doubt they'll have two events where there's so much title switching, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. We're not the smartest show on YouTube, but Malik Douglas. I was never surprised that the Bullet Club were popular in America. It's like the NWO when they caught on after a while. American fans only know the Bullet Club, Okada, Tanahashi, Nakamura, and I think that's it. I think there's less than that. I don't want to be that guy, you know. But in New Jersey, we had bandwagon fans because no one liked the fucking Nets. And we used to have a thing where, I don't know, sport fans do this, passionate sport fans do this, I think passionate wrestling fans do this, but if you see someone wearing a Bullet Club shirt or a Michael Jordan jersey or something, you would go up to them and bust their balls and be like, oh, who's this, who's that, and start asking them questions. You know, like, example, like, oh, I'm a Bulls fan, I'm a Lakers fan, I'm this fan, you know, those bandwagon bastards, you know, most of the WWE audience. But you go to those people, and in New Jersey, especially around high school, we would just drill them. Like, oh, okay, you're a Lakers fan? What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? I think if you did that, if you gave all these fans that wear Bullet Club shirts in America, if you went up to them and drilled them, what about this? What about this? What about this? Most normal people would say, oh, I don't know. But not bandwagon jumpers. They'll get pissed. And a lot of them won't know. I'd be surprised if more people know what the Bullet Club is. I have no idea who Okada, Tanahashi, and Nakamura is. I'm dead serious. Malik Douglas, why did the entire Bullet Club come to the ring with AJ? Oh, yeah, I didn't watch it yet, but apparently that's what Wikipedia said. Yeah, they just did it to celebrate. A lot of times, like, this ain't always the case, but WWE and American style usually do all their promos and fucking long shit in the beginning of the show. New Japan is like the opposite. So usually when New Japan ends, it's like, oh, well, here we go. These guys got their moment in the sun, and they just made it look like a big celebration. Sorry, Godzilla, I'm breaking the law. Did Omega look like a fucking idiot? Yes, he did. Was the promo long and boring? Yeah. But it was just the Bullet Club celebrating them. They brought down the gold streamers and stuff. But, oh, man, the fans just didn't give a shit. And it wasn't even, like, heel heat. Even, for Japan. It was just like, all right, whatever. This is what the fuck you're doing with your company. Hopefully you get a lot of $9.99 subscribers. All right, let me see. I apologize if I'm not keeping up with your comments. Rick1982 says, I feel Kenny Omega versus Dorada for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title will be amazing. Yeah, they teased that. Usually how they do title fights is after a fight, the next challenger will do a face-to-face in the ring so people get excited for it. And that was the next one. I hope it is because I love Kenny Omega, and I don't want to hate him anymore. I don't want to hate him anymore. And it's not even, oh, the Bullet Club's heels. They're working you, brother. It's, you're fucking embarrassing me. I'm telling people how great New Japan is, and that's what the fuck you do? No. It's like that real fucking drunk alcoholic. You know what I mean? The real fucking drunk alcoholic who fucking like, oh, you just hate me because you ain't me. A.K.A. Roman Reigns. No, you're just fucking embarrassing. I don't even want you in life. There's heels, and then there's fucking... look at my face. Fuck you, Kenny Omega. You've let me down. Oh, we're working you, brother. Yeah, working you. Fucking that we fast forward your matches. Yeah, fucking wow. You fucking worked me, pal. Malik Douglas said I meant like Smarks on that one. Oh, Smarks? Yeah, you're probably right. But it's hard. It really is because, like, you know, with New Japan, and I say this, and I mean this as a compliment to Smarks, but also defending people that are not Smarks. It's hard. Like, sometimes I feel guilty doing New Japan pro wrestling reviews because I'm not an expert. I don't deem myself an expert. I'm just a fan. But a lot of people like, oh, you have to be an expert. You have to know everything. And New Japan runs so many events. But then if you go outside New Japan, there's so many events. And it can be really overwhelming. It really can. So, yeah, I'm sure, like, not everyone knows everything. But at the same time, I think there's people. Like, here's an example. Here's the perfect example. If you're wearing a Bullet Club shirt and you can't name every member of Bullet Club, or at least 90% of them. You know, we could skip the Jeff Jarrett's of the world. But all right, let's put it this way. Bullet Club all came in the ring and celebrated with AJ Styles. If you can't name every guy in that ring, maybe you're not really a Bullet Club fan. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's hard because you got to remember there's so much indie wrestling, so much lucha, so much pro wrestling. So, you know, it's okay to be a passionate fan. Just, you know, come on. There has to be a level of entrance here. All right. Thank you so much for the live comments. I didn't expect this many live comments at all. Much love. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Please check out cocosports.net. We plan on doing a lot with it. Check out American a la carte, Wrestling Rantin'. We're hoping to work with a lot of guys and really improve the blog and our show, and we're hoping to do more reviews. There will be a Lucha Underground review in a couple hours. Just a heads up, my TNA wrestling review will be late. It won't be exactly when it's there, and the reason why is it's Friday night in the States, but it's Saturday morning in Japan. And in Saturday morning, like as soon as, I don't even know if I'll be able to catch the main event of TNA Impact, but as soon as Impact goes off the air, I'm out of my house just doing work and volunteer stuff. So like I said, I will be doing a Lucha Underground review within a couple hours, and the TNA review will be late. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for the live comments. It really does mean a lot. All right, let's do a refresh and go from there. I think I got it. If I missed any of your comments, it's because I'm stupid, not out of disrespect towards you. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Check out cocosports.net. In a couple hours, Lucha Underground. TNA review will be late. And Boom Boom did me a favor because real life gets in the way of the internet. He did a SmackDown review. And me and Rob are talking about doing more shows. We're hoping to make this channel better and better. So hopefully, you know, we can improve to be worthy of, you know, your subscription. I should probably stop talking now. Like, comment, subscribe, cocosports.net. And with that, I am over. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum.